Hey there, Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. Welcome to day 172 of the beyou 365-day challenge. To do one thing every day that improves us in some way. We're working on relationships and the relationship area of the life framework, which is just a way of breaking down the different areas and aspects of our life so that we can set goals and make progress toward what it is that we really want to be in that area and aspect of our life. And remember, all of the areas and aspects of our life are intertwined, right? We are not just physical beings. We are not just emotional or spiritual or financial or social beings. We are complicated human beings. Therefore, there's lots of different areas and aspects and things that impact our life. So this month we're focusing on relationships because relationships are critical for our existence as human beings, right? And all kinds of scientific studies that have proven that. Well, our topic today is kindness in relationships. We're going to talk about the 5 biggest benefits of being kind. And then our action item today is going to be to just do a random act of kindness for someone. And I will share a little brainstorm list I did for different possible ways to be kind to other people if you're having a hard time figuring out what would be a random act of kindness. And again, it can be any of these things or anything else that is kind toward another human being on the planet. Can also be kind to ourselves because that's important as well. But since we're talking about relationships, it's not just a relationship with ourselves. It's our relationships with everybody and anyone else that we might encounter in our lifetime. So let me grab my magnifying glass and let's see what I learned about kindness yesterday. Kindness glues couples and relationships together. It increases trust. It builds trust. It makes each partner feel cared for, understood, and validated, which means loved in many people's books. It increases our sense of connectivity with others, which can impact loneliness, improve low mood, and enhance relationships. It's also contagious. It can boost feelings of confidence, being in control, happiness, and optimism. And when we're feeling confident, in control, happy, and optimistic, we show up in the world in a much different way than if we're lonely, depressed, disconnected, feeling paranoid or untrusting of other people. So kindness can do all of those things. But what are the top 5 benefits of kindness? Number 1, kindness makes us happy. It makes us feel good. When you do something kind for someone else, no matter how big or how small, we get this little surge and feeling of warmth and goodness inside of us. Kindness it's good for our heart because we get that feeling of warmness and positive feedback when we do it internally and then externally sometimes as well when we do something kind for someone else. Number 3, kindness slows aging. They've done studies and proven that being kind and optimistic and happy actually slows down the aging process of the human body. Number 4, kindness improves our relationships. They've done studies on that as well. And number 5, kindness is contagious. I just mentioned that. And it is contagious. So again, our action item today is going to think about kindness and how it plays into your life. How kind are you? How kind are other people toward you? Guess what? What we give out and put into the world is what we get back. So if you're finding that the results in your life are that you're not getting much kindness pointed toward you, perhaps it's because you're not giving out a whole lot of kindness. Maybe you're giving out a negative vibe that says, don't talk to me, leave me alone. And if you are, that's not particularly kind and optimistic and open and flowing. And so you're probably getting that same reaction back from other people. At least that's been my experience. So let's take a look at my lovely brainstorm list on an Amazon receipt of different ways we could do a random act of kindness, because that's what we're going to do today. We could feed a stray pet that we happen to see. We can pay it forward. Maybe we're going through a drive-through or getting a cup of coffee. We can pay for the next person in lines. Donate something that's used that you're not using anymore to, Goodwill or the charity of your choice. Buy from a brand that supports a cause that you find important. There's a lot of businesses that are connected with really worthwhile charities, and depending on what you believe in and what you support, there's businesses that are associated with women's protective and child protective agencies, etc. So you could buy something from one of them. My daughter always has me buying things. She researches and has different companies and that are doing good causes. And one that I remember is it's a whistle company over in, I don't know, Africa or something, where I want to say flying whistles, but that I don't think that's right. But we bought T-shirts and all kinds of things because they support women and women's rights over in those countries where it's not necessarily that great for women. Compliment someone. You can just compliment somebody. How about you just smile at a stranger, or look somebody in the eye and smile at them, or say, wish somebody a great day. That's not even on my list. Or say, have a good day, or just greet someone who looks like they need a smile or a greeting. It's a lovely one. Buy groceries and donate some to, usually in at least the grocery stores I've been in, you can buy you buy your groceries, and then there's a shelf at the doors that you can donate things to the food shelf. So maybe you buy extra pasta or extra some canned goods or something, and you leave some of them on the donation shelves. Spend some time with older people, spend some time with younger people. Volunteer somewhere, volunteer your time. I think volunteering our time and energy and helping other people in some way is one of the best uses of our time. Because, why? It's kind, it makes us feel good, and it's contagious. People pay it forward. Thank somebody for doing their job. Maybe, thank your mail carrier, because if they didn't bring your packages every day, you'd have to go to the store yourself. Donate a book or something, or be kind to yourself. So that's just a quick list that I wrote up for if we're struggling to think about how to be kind. Now, if you're already a kind person, you don't have any trouble coming up with a gazillion ways to be kind to other people. But if you've spent a lot of your life being a curmudgeon, I've spent periods of my life being a curmudgeon, and I found that I wasn't being that kind to myself or other people. And if we're not being kind to ourselves, if we're not being kind to other people, we're not going to find that much kindness comes our way. All right, any questions about this topic, hit me up. Otherwise, I will be with you tomorrow. I'm not going to tell you what we're talking about. I actually looked up and I know what the topic is for tomorrow, but it will be a surprise. So go do an act of kindness. Share in the comments below how it made you feel, and I'll be with you tomorrow. Have an awesome day. Bye. Go be kind.